Well, it says we're live, so I choose to believe it. Yeah. So it's Tuesday night,
We are.
and even though we missed it, and it was supposed to be a weekly game, and it's turning out to be an every other week, we are back with some Werewolf 20th Anniversary Edition. Yeah. So last time we ended up with some interesting things happening. You guys found a Karen. Not that you at the time knew what it was, but we're going to pick up from there. And our cast tonight. Oh, who you playing?
I am playing Tyr. He is a native to Alaska, and he's found out that he is not a werewolf. He's a kitsune. He's a fox person, werefox, or whatever you want to call
Yeah, werefox.
it. He's a bit of a scoundrel. He likes to steal things, and got his ass in a crack on the last one. That's why he's where he's at.
Right. And you did not cross over into the spirit world, as you were in a fox frenzy at the time. And so you're in the natural cavern. Slumber, who you got?
I'm playing Connor. He is an EMT who lives in the area for a couple years, and he's not much of a fighter, so let's see how this goes.
Yeah. What tribe did you end up being?
Glasswalkers.
Glasswalker, yeah. Okay, Koa, or James, playing Koa. Tell us about your character.
Koa is a person that moved from Hawaii to California, then to Alaska, started becoming a crab boat greenhorn, and then got finagled into this here situation we're in, and he's in over his head.
Okay, and what tribe did you end up being?
That would be, I have to look back at the word, and I think it was like, how do you say it? Okay. It was Umtek, I think is how you said it. Let me see. That's my fault. I forgot how you say it.
Let me go back to my own list.
It is, there's a lot of text between me. That would be...
Sorry, it's from December 8th.
Yeah, Ukena, my bad. I have no idea how to say that. I apologize.
Perfectly fine. It's not like you knew what it was anyway.
True. Very true.
John, who you got?
Hello, I'm playing Kat Johnson. She is, a mile of rage stuck in a 5-foot stick of body. She is our party Fiona around apparently.
Arun. Yep.
Yeah. Around. I think it's around.
Around. Okay. I've already almost pronounced it the other way, but I'll buy that. Kate, who you got?
Arun around.
What's up? I am playing Barnaby. I have hiccups, so let's see if I can get through this whole thing. Goat rancher, goat wrangler, goat whisperer. I am a child of Gaia.
Which so much explains why you wrangle goats. Okay, so let's start off in the physical world, in the cave that's very dark. Oak, so your character was in a fox frenzy.
And what does that mean?
You have to run away from terror. You're not able to confront anything unless it is the only way past or through is to do so. It can potentially end once the thing that caused it is no longer around. In this case, they're not. You dove into a deep stream. You end up inside this cave. So let's see if you can come out of it. So to come out of your fox frenzy, you're going to roll willpower, and the difficulty is equal to your current rage.
So whatever my total rage is?
Yep.
Okay, so I have a 4 in rage, and my willpower... Is that just wits by itself, or is that...
Oh, no, the willpower is a stat on its own. It's at the bottom of your character sheet, or near the bottom.
Didn't scroll down far enough. It is a 4. And that looks like one success.
One success. It's enough. You still find that you are in the body of a rather large fox. Can still think as normal. This is a bit strange to you, of course. Who else was down here with you? I forget which character it was that came through the water with you.
I think it was Nick and
It was Nick.
Kate. Were you
Okay.
also?
No, it was just two of you. Everyone else went
So I
through.
think it was Nick.
Yeah. So Tyr, you overcome with a sudden desire just to run. You're very afraid, and you find yourself in this form, looking down and seeing that, yeah, you're a fox. As your heart continues to slow down from the racing heights it achieved, you start to calm yourself down, and you find yourself shifting back, and you watch the fur retreat. You see your fingers sprout, and you're back in your body. Slightly unfortunate because you were seeing a bit better with the fox's eyes, but now you're in a dark cave with the only light being some phosphorescent lichen that illuminates very little. The ground is dry, rocky, and as you shift around, things move and crunch beneath your feet.
Cautiously look down. I'm assuming it doesn't feel like stone.
You reach down and you pull up what must be a bone. It's a femur.
Just kind of quickly
Not
drop.
that you're any kind of medical man, but you're pretty sure that's human.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to scramble around and feel it. Is there any place it doesn't feel like bone?
You search around in the near dark. Your hands, the pool of water that you came up from. You vaguely remember submerging yourself in a rushing river, coming up into this cave after having to hold your breath for quite a while. So your hands touch the river. It's cool. It's soothing on you. You hear a moan nearby. This will be character's not with us yet.
Wake up.
Yeah. Switching over, the rest of you managed to have your first foray into the spirit world. You're in the same cave, but not. Everything is brightly lit here. Everything seems to be very homey, very comforting. And what looks like the ghostly outline of a bear and a very large bird are here, judgmentally looking at you. Not completely understanding what's just happened. You hear a voice, strong, but from an elderly man, call out.
I'm gonna look at the bear and go, "You're the one that got me chased and shot."
It nods at you.
I nod back at it. I give it a thumbs up.
Gives you one claw
What's
up.
going on?
Hey,
Okay.
Not understanding the language that the old man speaks, you turn, and again, a kind of a ghostly apparition is there. It looks like one of the Inuits, one of the natives of the area, dressed up in. You've seen ceremonial garb. I mean, it's been one of the places of interest here in Anchorage is traditional ceremonies that are put on, and it's a draw for those that are coming here off the cruise ships and are visiting Alaska for the first time. But instead of the kind of machine-made, off-the-shelf clothing, you can tell that what he's wearing is very traditional, handmade. He is so very old looking. The creases in his weathered skin look like road maps. Eventually he switches over to English after trying a few different dialects. And he opens with welcome.
I say, thank you. Are we meant to be here? Cause I feels like we're meant to be here, but I'm severely confused.
He throws a piece of straw with an ember on the end into a circular rock pit, and fire blazes from it, warming and lighting the room a bit further. And he says, meant to be? That's a deep question. But here you are nonetheless. So everyone except for Tyr and Nate's character are here.
Yeah. Do you know what happened to the other two behind us?
Yeah, Tyr and Mike went in front of me. That they should have been here.
They were not able to cross the veil. Their instincts weren't strong enough. But here
The
you
veil?
are. He kind of goes over to the body of water that you kind of all erupted from, although it is still in placid and not the strongly undercurrented river that you came through. It's almost glass-like on its surface. And he waves his hands over it. And you all see the same cave. And you see Tyr kind of moving around as if he were blind, although you can see the chamber lit quite well. Looks it looks exactly similar to where you are now.
I'm gonna raise my hand. I'm gonna ask the Inuit. Can I go help him? Cause he looks like he needs help.
Can you?
I hope. Otherwise he'll drown.
He points at the mirror-like surface of the river.
Oh no. Okay. This is not gonna end well. I'm gonna say, okay, and I'm gonna get a jogging start, not full on running, but I'm gonna try to go through the water and try to, like, in a way, tackle Tyr, but grab onto him, and then try to pull him back, basically.
Okay. Make me a Gnosis roll.
Gnosis. Gotcha.
Yep. Just however many points you have in Gnosis. The difficulty is only a 3 from where you are.
Okay, this is good. Only get 3 dice. 15 images. 2 successes, though.
Koa, you hit the surface of the water, but don't at the same time. You pass through a surface, but you're not wet at all. You're kind of hanging in midair as you hold out your hand at Tyr. You feel a presence next to you, and by the light of the lichen, you can see Koa kind of just suspended in air. You're not sure where the lower part of his body is.
What the hell? I reach out, kind of like it to see if he's real.
You make contact with his hands.
Dude, where's the rest of you? Did you get cut in half?
I'm gonna yank him back towards where I think the wall is.
Okay. So you're still partially through the veil, and so it's going to give Tyr a little bit of help in doing this. So Tyr, go ahead, give me a Gnosis roll.
Don't make me look bad.
You can add an extra. So we'll, instead of adding a die, we'll just drop the difficulty to 2. Tell me you can make a success.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Tyr, you're in the same cave, although it's well lit and it's not cold at all. It's warm and it's very inviting in here. There's a roaring fire. It looks almost exactly the same, but you weren't able to really see the other cavern very well. And you know for sure that kind of rocky stalagmite that's kind of sticking up in the middle of the cavern, and there's some kind of stone tablet on it. You would have ran into that. You're pretty sure.
What the heck? What did you just do? Where are we? I look down. Do I see the bones?
No.
Dude, there were just bones all over the floor. Where are we at? And how did you do that?
I'm gonna try and get my upper half back in the spirit realm. That's gonna be
Yeah. When you
That's
hauled Tyr in, you came back through
okay.
yourself
Cool.
fully.
Nice. I'm gonna tell him. Well, apparently we're in the spirit world, but I don't think we're dead. I don't feel dead.
You also see a glowing bear, a glowing large bird, and this Inuit, very grandfatherly looking Inuit, also kind of shimmering as translucent, like he's not fully there. It's like, no, you're all certainly not dead. Although it was a close thing, you haven't gone into the great beyond like your forefathers. And again, he kind of moves his hands over the surface of the water, and you're looking back into the physical cave. And again, from this side, it's well lit, and you see the bones just scattered all over the bank. You can also see brass from like spent bullets littering the place as well.
Happened.
Where's everyone else?
Everyone's here except for who's was Nate's character again?
It's
Mikhail.
I've got it in the stuff for all section.
The Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Mikhail.
Yep, Mikhail.
Yep.
It's looking through the surface of the water, though. You see his form kind of just half in the water, half out. He's not drowning. It's the good half. The half that breathes is on the bank, and you can see that he's either unconscious or sleeping. He's snoring one way or the other.
I think he took a little too many hits from his stash.
Yeah, it'll come to eventually. Don't worry about him.
Should we retrieve him?
Probably.
You all are very different.
Different?
Different. The last tribe that was here was different too. This is not a bad thing.
I'm gonna look at the Inuit and ask, different as in...
Not as all of one tribe, not all of one nation. You all come, your blood comes from many different places. That is good. There's strength in that.
Not to be rude, but who are you three?
I was the protector of this cairn. My Hamid name was Matak. My bones lie there. And he kind of points to like this mirrored surface again into the other physical cavern. And about right where that stalagmite would be, and it's kind of broken. So that's why you didn't run into it. You can see that there's kind of partial skeleton, almost like it was impaled on what's left of that stalagmite.
So real quick.
The spirits
Sorry.
brought me here before I was drawn into the hunting grounds to protect that. He points over to the stone book. It's a stone tablet. It has bronze or brass rings holding stone that have, it looks almost like cuneiform, some sort of old language made with scratch marks. It must be protected. The powers here are strong. We can't let it get into the hands of those that would spoil Mother Gaia.
Does that look
Yeah.
like what we were told to get?
I think there's a group up top that asked us to retrieve this. They were not exactly here of our own volition.
Servants of
Asked?
the worm.
Oh, they did.
Asked is a weak way to put it, surely.
They were going to kill us if we didn't come get this.
I have a feeling you may have some of the answers we've been looking for. This is all rather new.
Yes, yes. Your generation should have all been skipped. You were never meant to be here. But sometimes the strings of fate get twined in odd ways. You're here. Your blood is strong. You might be the new protectors.
So what makes them different from the other? Because those other guys turned into wolves, just like these guys, and I pointed everyone else. But they said they couldn't come down here, but we could. And
They're tainted. The world is ruled by three forces, once equally balanced, once sane, working together to create, well, all of creation. The worm, the wild, and the weaver. The force of raw, unobstructed nature, the force of order. And of course, there must be a force of destruction and erosion so that the cycle continues. All equally powerful, all wise. Then the world changed. The humans, grew and multiplied, took over all the wild spaces, leaving very little else. We, the Garu, and kind of points at all of you, or kind of looks at all of you, and he says, we are an immune system, I think, in your words. We are nature's response to a spreading cancer. And for a while that worked. But the three forces, something happened. The worm grew in power, grew in corruption. The wild diminished. And the weaver, likely because of humanity and their building and their machines, became stronger still. So there's an imbalance in the world now. Those out there are the twisted offspring of the worm. They've been infected with the need for destruction, for violation, for rapid, uncontrolled change. They can't breach this cairn easily, as the wild has left us with some protection here. The cleansing river is strong and deep. There's power here in these rocks. Your modern weapons, though, I understand humans now have the ability to remove the mountain from above us, to divert the course of the rivers. Perhaps those that sent you found that to be a final option, and you were more expedient, more cheap in labor and time.
I'm gonna raise my hand real quick to this Inuit, because that's just who I am. If they can get to here by getting rid of the mountain on the other side, there's nothing stopping them from doing that. And if that's the case, we need to move this tablet, if it's important, away from here to another safe place. Because
I've moved it here into the spirit world for the time being until I could find new hands to put it in. The strength of this Karen, the power in this place, all comes from that tome. If you move it, you can create a new sept, a new Karen, a new place of power.
But if this
Keeping it safe.
doesn't exist on the other side and I point towards the shimmering, then what would it matter if they flatten the earth above if this
I
isn't
can't
in the
keep
same
it here.
place?
It takes a lot to keep this here. It was never meant to be here. This was a response, and it's tiring. It has to go back, and it has to stay out of their hands.
okay, out of their hands, I get, but back where? Because I'm not from this part of the world normally. I'm not even talking the spirit realm. I'm
I
talking
think
Alaska.
he's out of the spirit realm.
So it has to go back to the physical world?
Yes, and it needs protectors.
What
is the
exactly
tablet?
is it? What is
It
it
has
for?
the form of a book. It has lore. It has knowledge of all the tribes, even the newest of you. And he kind of looks at the glass walker in your group. The book writes itself as new lore is learned. There is a place that the mages of your human world,
Oh, there's
a
mages.
place where all knowledge is collected, and some can tap into it. These plates are part of that. And as new knowledge is learned, it's recorded here in the plates. But more than that, it's a physical representation of a node, one of the few remaining items of power for the wild. This world is being corrupted by the worm, and it's being woven into a chrysalis, into a non-moving, never changing cocoon by the weaver. All three should be balanced for a healthy world. We're not living in a healthy world. The wild is diminished. This is what little is left of its power.
I can barely trust myself with a grappling hook on a scrap boat. I don't think I should be trusted with the last bit of power of the Gaia person.
It seems I have little choice. I feel the call of the hunting ground stronger every day. Once I'm pulled through, once I have gone on to whatever reward will have me, I can't hold the book here any longer. It will return to the world where it will be found and where it will be corrupted. You, looking over at Koa, asked if you were meant to be here. I think yes. I think you were meant to be here.
I'm better at following directions, so if anyone here wants to take lead, you tell me what to do, I'll do it. I'll get it done. By God, I'll get it
Tell
done.
me what to do.
All right, Connor will go over to the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're here for. I don't like them.
I don't like them either, but they have this whistle thing that undoes our shape shifting thing, And it's kind of hard to fight against them when they have guns and they can, take away that ability of ours.
You have a saying. I think it's called a baptism of fire. Perhaps this is yours.
Okay. So
Trial by fire.
we just go up there, kick their ass, kill them, and then take the
I
stone
think we
thingy
should
to safety.
put more thought
Force has
into it.
always been our way, but the tome speaks of changing time where sense and guile and tactics may be more of use. Fight when you must, run when you can. And he kind of looks over at you, Tyr.
I'm just kind of nodding, absent, not even thinking, but I'm nodding when he says run.
The wisdom of the fox, perhaps, would be more useful than that of the wolf.
So grab it and run. That's what you're saying.
I feel like, yeah.
Run.
This place, though it's survived many generations and has power, it means nothing if that book is taken. Take it. Hide it. Start a new Karen. Start a new sept and tribe.
And how do we start one and make a place that's not a place like this?
The book will tell you.
You called yourself a protector, right? Of the wilds, of the world. And you called us its immune system.
Yes.
I accept your torch.
Take the book.
I'm already in the deep end, so I might as well swim to the even deeper end. So let's go. Let's get this over with.
So I'll pick it up.
Well, now, don't we need to read it first so we know what we're doing and what we need to do?
Who picks
Good
it up
idea.
or who touches the book first?
Connor touched it to pick
Connor.
it up. Yep.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be many of these stone pages, certainly far fewer than needed to hold a significant amount of knowledge. But as you touch it, the face of the stone tablet seems to change and shift as you look at it. And there's something in you that understands every cross, every scratch, every symbol on it. So we've already we had a small session offline where we talked about what your tribes were and what gifts you pick. So this is how your characters physically get it. So Connor, you now know the generations and the lore behind your tribe, where they come from, what their ethos is, and whatever gifts you chose. Did you choose your gifts?
Yes.
What did you choose?
Heightened
One
sense.
from your breed, which is Hamid, and one from your tribe.
Let's see. Master of Fire from Hamid. Plug and play from. No. Which one's breed? Is the moon?
Breed's
No,
Hamid.
breed is.
Okay, Master of
So
Fire.
breed is Hamid, that's being a humid, and then tribe is what tribe your people are from.
Plug and play.
And then there's Auspice as well.
Yeah, in this case, to get your gifts, it's well, that's true. Your auspice also gives you a gift. Yeah.
And I picked Heightened Sense.
Okay. So, Honor, that's where you discover who your people were, and apparently you have blood that goes back that far. Your generation, it was too weak for you to naturally have come about the change, but whatever they did to you made that part of you stronger.
And Connor just completely freezes and is staring at the book now.
Okay, so Connor's picked up the book and he's just staring. He's gone rigid, probably sweating a little.
You okay? You need to see a doctor?
Quiet. Ow. A little loud. Yes. Hmm. I think everyone should touch this.
Okay, we'll just assume one after another. We're getting a lot of feedback from somebody. Okay.
Sorry.
Sounds like an airplane taking off.
I was going to say, sounds like a toilet flushing.
Hey, I live on
That's
the
one
what
after
runway.
another,
struck me.
you touch the book and you learn about your lineage. You learn your gifts. You learn about what it means to be of the changing breed. All of you are Garu werewolves, except for Tyr. I actually want to. Does Tyr touch it?
At the moment, no.
Mhm.
I'm kind
Okay.
of. I'm still leery of all this shit. Do I even know that I turned into a fox?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
After
I
you
know I'm
came
not
out of
one
the
them.
frenzy, you saw yourself, looking down, you saw yourself as a fox, and you watch yourself change back to human.
I don't feel the same. Something's weird with me, but it's not this. So if this is your book, you can deal with it. I'll help
You
out where I
are.
can, but no, I don't want to touch it.
So the spirit of the old man is fading a little as each of you touches the book, and he looks at Tyr. He says, "You are not of the tribes, but you are of the changing breed. You are of Gaia. She has other children than us. We are the immune system. We are the fighters. We are the." And it's like he's reading a book or accessing information. He says, "We are the T cells of the body. You are something else, but you are hers. You have a purpose here." And then after all of you except for Tyr have touched the book, he fades away. And all of you are standing in a dark, cold, wet cavern.
I should have asked if there was a change of clothes.
I
Yeah,
have
all of you that
feeling
changed are naked.
we won't need them in a little bit here. Gonna have to try to get out of this.
Firstly, we need a plan. What we do after we. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's just one of those. That odd little mention of clothes finally snaps Kat back from the days of sorts that she's been in. Bert knew to expect this, so it's coming. And at which she goes back over to the water, and again she forces herself to vomit again because she did just eat pieces of a people.
Yes.
I just look out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cat, are you okay?
Fucking no! No, not in any way. No.
I'm gonna go over, just kind of like rub her back. It's gonna be all right. Just, I know this is
Someone
all.
might point
pretty-
out you got a little intestine, right?
Oh yeah,
right
no.
there.
I just let me get. Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I got it. We're gonna get through this.
She's basically staring straight forward into the water and the puddle of vomit, and her breathing is short and shallow, and she's shaking. It's like, I spent my entire life trying not to snap and kill somebody. I think, and she takes a few deep breaths, and then splashes the water, the cold water on her face. There. And she thinks about, she thinks, it goes through her mind what, the look she saw on that smile on the guy's face before he held down the trigger. And she goes, they're not somebody, are they? Maybe they were, but
Think of it this way. I call out the cat. They are willing to shoot you in the gut, smiling as you approach them friendly. I don't think they're worth vomiting over.
I am a person. I do not eat people. And she focuses again. But they have to be stopped. Those duck fucking shitheads have to be stopped. And you can see herself starting to work up a bit of a temper.
I'm gonna call out the cat one more time though. You ever heard of anime? There's this one anime about a vampire who eats people. And a classic quote from him saying, "Bitch, I eat people." He's the baddest ass character I've ever seen in a vampire movie or anime,
Koa?
okay?
You know what, Koa? No, I've never seen anime. Please explain anime to me.
I don't think you're helping right now.
I'm trying to comfort her.
And
This is
she's
the
just
best I got.
giving him this. She's giving him this look of it's. Oh, hold on. I have to. I've seen this.
Cat's IT. There's like a 0% chance she's never watched anime.
I know.
There is approximately a 0% chance she doesn't get this reference, and she looks at him. It's like, that's from the abridged.
Yes, the best version. The best version.
Yes, it is the best version of that, but it's not a.
Come on.
You know what?
You
Nope.
know-
Okay. I'm glad we're all
Okay.
having fun.
Never mind, you
this-
helped.
This is not a problem we can solve how we would normally solve it a few weeks ago. We can't take this to
Channel Alucard. You got
police or
this,
the
cat.
government. We have to deal with this ourselves. And if we have to eat a couple more people, Cat, you're gonna have to suck it up and eat those people.
I think the best option is to try and get out of here.
Was this a lake or a river?
Okay. They have. Hold on. It's.
Fucking helicopter.
They have aircraft. Do any of you know how to fly aircraft? Because otherwise, we need to not be chased.
You were on
I
an
know how
island.
to.
It was a river tier. It was a very deep river. This is an underground cavern, underwater cavern that just has a huge air pocket in it.
Well, if we can hold our breath long enough, I'm usually good at. I can hold mine pretty good. We could let the river carry us downstream. It's deep enough they shouldn't see us. Then we can get out and run.
Aren't we on an island?
You are on an island, and also keep in mind how long you had to hold your breath to get to this cave in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't
you
easy
on
for
an
a lot
island,
of
but
people.
if it's flowing, that means it's flowing to either a greater body of water or to the ocean.
So,
Did Koa ever tell us what he did?
What I did?
Yeah, like as work.
Oh, I would assume so.
Haven't you been on a boat before?
Yes. I have
get to a
basic
boat.
knowledge how to drive a boat, or pilot a boat, or whatever a boat.
And I'll be honest, I don't know about you, but that fucker with the whistle, I really just want to rip his head off and shove it up his ass.
See, now that's the
Oh.
spirit.
Well, I can fight. Either apparently in wolf form, whatever the hell it is, or I can punch a person pretty hard. If it comes down to it, I got shot in the leg. I was still running. So bullets, I think it's going to take a lot of bullets to kill us, but it can happen. So I think we stand a chance even in our not big scary form. Looks over at Cat.
You will need to deal with the whistle
She
first.
flips. She just flips him off.
So the priority will be likely to get that whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
hope they only have one.
idea. They
Yes.
want.
Yeah.
They said stone tablet, flat rock.
I
Just
don't
need
think
to
they're
get within
stupid.
arm's reach. We just need to get within arm's reach.
Okay, hear me out. Anybody here know how to trick them to get close to them to possibly have a shot at getting that whistle? Looking at
Cat
everybody
just
here.
points a tear.
I'm doing the that meme. The monkey's kind of like looking back, like forward again, like that's kind of me. I'm looking like.
Okay, listen, my guy, listen. You're the one that had a beer with them, okay? I'm not saying you're working with them, but they have more faith in you than they do us.
Yeah, I mean, working. Yeah, I was trying to save my ass.
Yes, but now you're knee deep in this shit with us, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, we could just run. Remember what the old dude said?
Yes.
The wisdom of this fox, me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's run. Let's not fight them. Let's not get close to them.
I get it. But how do we outrun bullets?
That's why I
And
say let's let
helicopters.
the flow of the river take us down further.
If we don't get rid of them, the sickness will remain.
Hopefully, we
That's
can find a
true.
boat.
They will
True.
come for us again.
Well, they're
Okay,
gonna
but
come
then we'll
for
be
us either way.
prepared.
Yeah, they'll come
We
for
can
us
set up
either
the
way.
thing. We can set up the thing and learn all the tricks.
Yeah.
And we can learn how to fight them. Right now, we just know that she likes to eat their face, and that's about it. And the bullets still hurt.
True.
If we go home now and don't deal with them up there, will you ever truly feel safe again in your home?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll find a new home. It's
Okay,
not a
hold up.
problem.
I'm looking at here. I'm like, hold up. You think you're safe in your home? Really?
Home's where the heart is, bro. I can go wherever.
Listen to me for a second, my guy.
No, I've been needing to get out of Alaska anyway.
No,
I was born here.
okay,
I need
hold
to
up,
see
hold
the
up.
world.
Do you know how much information they have on whatever the hell we do? I hired a private investigator just randomly to investigate stuff previously. Do you know where I heard that investigator was last time I checked? Dead. In a dumpster. A person like me hiring somebody out of the blue, and then that person ends up dead. They know about us more than they let on. They have the ability to find out whatever the heck we do. We are not safe wherever we go. We will have to fight wherever we go at a certain point.
I
So
agreed at a certain point. So
Yes.
let's go. Let's
Yes.
learn. Let's train. Let's put information out about them as well.
Mhm.
Then we fight them. Right now, we don't know what the hell we're doing. Okay, hey, change into a wolf. Do it. Do the werewolf thing.
We can't
Do the wolf
insert a training montage yet.
Can you change? Can you fight them on their own turn? Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Let me see you do it.
I'll fucking try. Fuck it.
Okay, so now that you know what's going on, so there's two ways to do it. It's a stamina plus primal urge roll to be able to shift from form to form, or you can simply spend a rage just to do it instantly.
It's you said stamina plus primal urge.
Yep.
I'm not spending a rage. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it just feel
Difficulty?
like a rage thing. We're just having a conversation, so you're just like, okay, do it.
No balls. I got this. What's the difficulty?
So difficulty is an 8.
Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Okay. I'll give it a fail. Botch.
Are you trying yet? Are you doing it?
Ooh, it's a botch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a botch actually.
So what happens there?
He somehow grows less hair.
No, he starts like his front of his face starts to grow out,
Oh,
but
no.
it's going agonizingly slow. So instead of it just erupting quickly and the pain being done with and over with, you feel your bones cracking and your flesh reshaping. It is just
Ow.
too much. You can't. So it just stops very suddenly as you're left with like broken face bones that are just slowly knitting together again.
Ooh.
I
When you
say,
stop screaming,
I'm
tell me
not
how that went.
screaming. It hurts. Okay, I'm new.
Now do
What
that
do you
while they're
want from me?
shooting at you. See what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but we have to come up with a better option. And just go down a river and hope we find a boat.
But I think we can do right now is at least get out of this situation. We can't fight them yet. But I really doubt the fucking helicopter. They'll let us leave this island.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, no, it's
Here is communing with the spirits.
Yes, I'm sorry.
and if there is a vehicle on this island, it's guaranteed they know about it. They probably have a tracker on it. Worst case scenario, they may have explosives on it.
Okay, if it's a boat and they've got a tracker, then we can just put it on autopilot and send it out, and they can chase it and leave.
True.
And maybe
true.
we can find another way off.
Yeah, that is true. We just sail up to the nearest spot of land. We all jump out. I set this thing at a full throttle and it just goes yeet in a direction. That's actually a smart idea. I like it.
if we can. Another thing, if we can get me back to my clothes, or what's left of them, I had a flipper in my pocket.
A what?
I can do. Look, I can detect and deal with any tracking devices if you can get me back to whatever's left of my pocket.
Gotcha. Don't get you angry. Gotcha.
So up there where the rest of them are. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I just
But I
So-
think
You guys took some time to walk around the camps. As far as boats go, you know that there are 2 fairly large motorboats that were in the docks right next to where all your cabins were. You came in on one, and one was there as like basically a service vehicle. Other than that, on several docks around the island, there are some Inuit. They're not real. I mean, they're basically reinforced fiberglass, but they're made to look like Inuit boats, like single or double person boats. And there's several docks around the island, but those are definitely row it yourself sort of things. The only fast boats are the ones right there in the middle of the camp.
okay.
Okay, so the canoe style are quiet. They may be slow, but they're quiet. And I doubt they put tracking devices on every canoe.
True. True.
Okay.
What do you think, Kat? Run or fight?
Actually, both.
Both.
So she's sitting here. She's calling on the thinking, like calling on the lessons of strategy. So it's that she, so you're going to have to find some sort of distraction. Get them. In this case, I think actually the idea of setting one of the boats off as a false trail is a good idea. Just cut its moorings and let the river carry it. They'll think that we did that to sneak out on it, and they'll get ready to follow it out. Then we have the upper hand in ambush. We can get. If I can get to that idiot with the whistle, I don't think I need to be a big hairy werewolf to deal with him.
Okay, so we've got to get up either way. Do we come up where they're waiting for us, or do we try to go downriver and come back in?
Well, I'm going to be honest, I don't particularly relish the idea of trying to swim against an underground river. So I think we have no choice but to go downstream.
Right, but we could go up as quickly as possible or try to stay under as long as possible.
Well, for all this to work, we either have to fake them out or sneak past them initially. Also, when it comes to just sneaking over land, there is one issue. We are in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
In Alaska, naked.
Yes. But look, I get I can grow a nice coat of fur now. That is lovely. Winter is awful. But it's Alaska in bumfuck nowhere, and we're going to be wet. I'd like to retrieve a change of clothes from the cabin after we kill them.
You know, it would be faster if we just traveled, as a pack.
Yeah.
And warmer.
Mm-hmm. Warm sounds good.
Say travel as a pack. Are you talking about as a wolf?
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, yeah, I guess you have your own fur. But
It'll be
again,
faster, it'll
and
be
I look at Koa.
quieter.
How easy is that to do?
Hey, I've been in this situation the same amount of time as you have been, my guy.
So at this point, Kat's getting annoyed. She is going to make an attempt at Glabro. Bert, you'd mentioned merits and flaws. I did want to take...
Suddenly, Mikhail takes a large snore, waking himself up.
Oh!
He's been face down on the bank.
Oh, Jesus.
He's awake? Wait, he's alive?
And Cat jumps. Like, straight up. I'm going to roll it, because that just seems kind of appropriate.
You gave me a heart attack there, man.
I'll be right back real quick.
Welcome, Nick.
Babushka, no. What? Five
Okay.
more. 5 more minutes.
Hey,
So,
Nah, up and at 'em, bud. We got work to do.
hey, Mikhail, grab this.
It's the ghost guys, just like in Star Wars.
I want
Like
to
there were
point
Force
out...
ghosts.
I want to point out something that occurred to me as funny. As Kat startled, as she was already getting annoyed and starting to try to shape change it. So Kat jumps up at about 5 feet and comes down at about 7 and much more.
Fuck.
But I had taken Fair Glabro because it just seemed appropriate for Fiona, so she can still pass for human.
Okay, yeah, 1 success on a shape change roll.
There we go.
Yeah. And you only made one success, so you're not in a frenzy. You simply change with all your faculties.
So I say we shift as many of us as we're able. We get up top. Adrenaline helps the rest of us shift.
Yeah.
And we munch a few heads, steal the whistle or bell thing, and book it.
You had me at head munch.
Mikey's on board.
Keep in mind, you're still in a fairly dark cavern. There's a little bit of light from some luminous fungus, but that's pretty much it. I mean, you know spatially what it looks like because you were in the Umbra version of this. But you all have been pretty much just standing around in one area without moving too much during this whole time.
Okay.
God, they have helicopters up there today.
Police chiefs.
Can you still talk in that form, Cat?
Yeah, she just turned. So she just basically looks at this point because like a much larger human. Yeah, I can.
Do you have cute little dog ears and a tail?
No.
No?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. She's
Looks like a
adding
powerlifting World Wrestling Federation star. Is kind of what she looks like. Very heavily muscled. A little wolf-like wolfine characteristics.
Yeah, but because of the whole Fair Galabro that I did take.
Yeah.
She, which admittedly not an optimized choice at all. Not my usual power gaminess, but it seemed suitable. One of my friends sent me a reference image, and eventually I'll be getting art of it. But it's just when my artist finishes.
Looks like a very buff cat that just grew an inch or two.
Galabro's a hell of a lot more than an inch or two. It's more to the tune of. She went from like 5 feet tall to 7, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just look
God, when Barnaby enters that, she's gonna be massive.
Look up even farther. Damn. Okay.
So unless I
So, Mikhail, since the last time you played, the only thing that's happened to your character is you made it out of the water, passed out on the banks of the cave, and now you've just woken up. Everyone else seems to have had some time they're trying to figure out a plan of something as you're coming to.
Who wants to inform Mikhail of the situation?
Hey, bud, we found the tablet, talked to a ghost, learned a couple things, and we're gonna go up top and either kill some dudes or run away very fast.
Yeah, and you
Or
can
both.
touch
Maybe a
the
little
book
both.
and it'll tell you stuff. Apparently, I don't know.
Or you can wait. I don't have to read book. I can just touch it and I learn.
Yes,
This
Magical
sounds
book.
amazing.
Magical
Yeah.
book.
Let me try.
Brings you back to college where you just laid textbooks on your face, hoping you would absorb the information when you woke.
I got a browser add-on recently because I have to do a ton of reading for college, and I got just an auto reader, so it just like reads all the books to me. It's great.
Yeah.
I actually did do that once in high school for finals. I just laid down in bed. It was like 2 a.m, and I was reading one of my textbooks, and I just laid it on. I was so tired. I laid it on my face, and I just passed out, hoping that through osmosis I would learn.
Learning through osmosis.
I tried
Crap,
eating the
kids.
book.
Not to derail with kids nowadays, because you just use like, "Hey, Chat GPT" or whatever AI, like
I didn't realize
summarize
read.
this for me and tell it to me like I was 5.
Mm-hmm. In this case, Mikhail, they have what looks like a book made of stone pages bound together with 3 rings of brass or bronze. Looks very old. As you touch it, you are instilled with knowledge of your tribe. So what tribe did you end up being?
I was the Get of Fenris.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you now know the lore of the Get, where they come from, who they are as a people, and this is where you get your gifts as well.
Oh, fun.
Your birthright.
I have good gifts. Let's see. What did I give myself? I gave myself persuasion, spirit speech, and visage of Finris. And then bonus gift, I gave myself tolerance to all vodka.
That sucks because now you can never get drunk.
No, I just need more vodka. Twice as much vodka.
It's tolerance, not immunity.
Ah,
Cat can just choose to not get drunk now.
um,
She's just straight up immune to mundane poison.
So again, it's dark in here. It's cold, but not so much that you're freezing to death. For some reason, this underground cavern does capture a little bit of warmth. The fact that you're all naked. Actually, I don't think Mikhail is. Did you
Yeah,
change?
I did.
I did.
You did. Okay, so
I
yeah,
did.
you're all naked.
To be fair, I was wearing very large, very kind of loose clothes, so I might still have like my outer like robe.
You could have some
slash
shreds of
coat.
stuff left, sure.
Could I have? I want it because I want to reach into inner pocket where I have plastic bag, and in plastic bag I have lighter and I have weed.
It's wet.
What is in plastic bag? Can I have, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Sure.
Always
Well, I-
prepared.
I bring it out. I light it up. I take a big hit.
All right. When he lights it up, causing a little bit more light to be shed on the situation, everybody make me a perception alertness roll. So talent alertness using perception is the stat.
Perception.
It's not a lot of light, so we're going to set the difficulty at 8.
Does Cat get any bonus for being in Glabro?
Oh, am I still wounded,
Not
by
unless
the
it
way?
gives you a bonus, which to your alertness or your perception, no.
All right, so her dark vision is not any better. Okay.
Jeez, there's 4 successes.
Do I still
Wow.
have hurt and bruised status,
Oh,
or have I
God.
healed more?
No, you're fine. Actually, everybody is fine. All your wounds are gone. It's been long enough.
Excellent.
Oh, God. Cat botched on that alertness. She's still too taken with the fact that,
Oh, no,
shit,
what happens is you weren't expecting him to flick that lighter. It was right in your eyes. You were looking right at it. When it flicked
Oh,
on.
no.
You're momentarily blinded.
And-
Okay, so those of you that made successes, Mikhail got 2, Barnaby got 2, good. Connor got 3, and Tyr got 4. Wow. So all of you kind of look around and realize there's actually more in this cave than you were seeing through that kind of looking glass in the Umbra. Apparently, a lot of man-made artifacts don't translate well. There are backpacks in here, like South Face and all your big name brand, the stuff you'd buy at an Outback store. There are backpacks here. There are canteens. There's some bedrolls. There's clothing, some North Face gear shoved in a corner.
Oh,
Are
What
these
about the Adidas?
Adidas?
I'm gonna pick a random bag and see if there's clothes in there.
Here's
Yes, open
here's
a random bag. There's
tracksuit
like
that's too
trail. I'm sorry. What was that?
I'm sorry, he's talking about the Adidas. I'm like, here's a tracksuit that's totally too big for me.
Yeah. You open the backpacks and yeah, they have clothing in them, including shoes, including underwear. Like for some reason, people needed to change clothing often.
I wonder.
There's also bags of like trail mix, fast food, as in
Oh no.
easily carried transportable, not like McDonald's.
Yeah, do we have
There's
anything
some
that's
camp gear.
waterproof?
In there's waterproof bags, stuff that a smart hiker would take with them.
Is there like a?
Compass.
Sorry.
So Kat is looking for. She's definitely looking for clothes. She doesn't care whether they fit her in her normal hominid or the current, glabro. Do I need to roll a luck to see if, given that the extreme ends of these two things, if she finds anything that fits?
No, you don't, because there's enough packs and enough different sizes of clothes. Apparently, the previous occupants had similar issues, so there are definitely some clothing. 4X general. It's mostly sweats, sweat tops, sweat bottoms, stuff that you can get on easily, on and off easily, in very large sizes.
Is there any waterproof containers that I can put clothes in?
Yes, there are waterproof bags.
Okay, thank God.
Okay.
Because until we leave this island, I'm not gonna bother putting clothes on.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to tear anything up again if we get into a fight.
2 items of interest. I assume you're going through all the bags. One, there is a Garmin GPS unit travel, very accurate. Still got plenty of juice. And the other one is a gun. Well, you thought it was a gun. You pull it out. It's a signal flare gun. It's got 1 phosphorus load in it.
So
I'm-
with
You go ahead.
with the tablet, we got the knowledge of how nasty fire can be for all sorts of the various supernatural critters, right?
Yep.
Okay. Amelie Cat's not taking that. She can't aim very well, but if somebody can shoot people with that, that is very permanent.
I apologize, friends. I have been rude. Does anybody else wish for a hit? And I hold out my blunt.
I'm good, thank you though.
Not at the moment, thank you, though.
And just because there had to have been one like you in the old sept, Mikhail, you find a little sandwich baggie full of dried mushrooms.
Oh, I love whoever put this here. I love this guy.
Okay. And I'm sitting there going, it's either going to be shrooms or ayahuasca. Shrooms or ayahuasca. There we go.
Do I recognize them by any chance?
No. Doesn't come from any of the distributors you've dealt with. Looks like they're homemade, home dehydrated. Someone, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have great time with this. Who's good with weapons, as in shooting? I have lots of practice from Uncle Dimitri.
I'm barely okay at the firing range.
I'm sitting at a 3 for firearms.
I got a 3 as well.
I also have a 3.
Based
0.
on Dex,
What do you add to that?
Dex.
It's Dex. My Dex is 2.
okay, I got a 5 Dex and 3
Okay.
firearms, so I'm pretty good.
All right.
I
I
don't
gotta
know
take
if I.
dogs out. I'll be right
I've
back.
got 3 firearms and 3.
Noted. It might also be wise to give firearm. Well, then again, we've only got very limited shots for that, so whoever's got the most. But we also will want to get firearms for the people who, aren't really the effective melee murder machine. That say,
So you all have
"Ah,
clothes. You all have some food and water. You've got backpacks. You've got some water-resistant bags, a Garmin unit, and a flare gun.
It's guerrilla warfare from here.
Cat is going to make sure that until they're certain they're not being followed, the battery is out of the Garmin unit.
Okay.
Does it go? I need to Google what that looks like.
It would probably be too much to hope that if we stayed in here long enough, they would get bored and leave, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, we should probably go and eat them. I like Barnaby's plan. I
So-
give you put up a hand for a high five, Barnaby,
I have, I have 5 the hand.
and I pass the blunt.
I take the blunt. I take a hit. I give
So
him like
with
a strong
your,
pat on the shoulder.
With your talking with the spirit, essentially, you know that they can't. They can't physically get in here. You were the intermittent stage. The next stage is blow the top off the mountain to get to what they want.
So
So we should have some time before they come get us.
So how are we doing this? Are we just going down the river like we planned?
Ooh, cat. Maybe a luck check. High, low. Just tell me what you want before you roll it.
Let's see. My dice have been going the Dan way so low.
D100, 17. That is low. Before you pull the batteries from the Garmin, you happen to look down to see what the time is. You have been gone for about an hour and a half.
Okay.
The
Time
only
apparently passed much quicker in the Umbra. You know that's what it's called, the world between worlds. Apparently, it passed a little bit faster than you thought.
The only problem with going down the river is we are not sure how long we're going to have to hold our breaths. Could be a while.
Hey, can you put the batteries back in for a sec?
What if some of us created a distraction and give those who are running away with the tablet a chance to get the hell out of here?
I like that plan.
That should
So what's
work.
being done with the Garmin?
Cat, can you put the batteries back in for a sec?
Why do you need the batteries back in?
Because I think I can do something with it.
Fine. You click, hands it over.
I'm going to use plug and play.
Sorry.
Okay.
Tell
us what the gift
possibility
does.
beep.
I spend 1 willpower point for the next day. Any computer I have access to, no matter how simple, becomes fully compatible with any other digital device, regardless of obstacles such as different operating system, lack of physical compatibility access ports, or even the complete absence of any means of receiving or interpreting wireless signals.
Okay.
My brain.
You hack the Garmin.
You basically just activated everything Bluetooth.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna. Sorry.
Yeah. What do you want to do? with it?
I want any radio chatter to appear as text right now.
That's exactly what happens. And the first thing you pick up is there's a network that you're attached to, and it seems like it is those special forces guys. And it seems like they're about ready to give up on you and just blow up the mountain. There's some chatter going back. They're like, how long's it been? At the 2-hour mark, call in the helos, drop the fuel air bombs.
Hello?
The fuel air bombs are terrible at moving dirt. Sorry.
I relate. We have an hour until a fuel air bomb.
Half hour.
Half hour.
Okay,
Half
to move. Time to move.
Okay.
And
Plan first.
And I get their positions, or at least
Yes.
the general.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're basically just right out front where you guys dove into the river. They're still standing around there. They seem to have been joined by a few, though, as you're getting some more blips. There's 8 of them out there.
And a helicopter.
Well, the chatter was just saying, give them another, it's been an hour and a half. At the 2-hour mark, call in the helo. So there's no helo yet.
Okay.
You got about half an hour.
So I'm gonna.
Half an hour till it's called in, longer till it's dropped.
Yeah.
Either way, we don't want to be here.
So hear me out.
And
Also, here you go, Cat. This is in their system.
oh god, did they just? Is it still attached to their system?
Should be for a full day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Okay. All right, I'll let the rest of the party plan while Kat figures out how she's going to absolutely fuck with these guys on everything digital.
Okay. First of all, you have access to the cameras on the island. There are far more of them than you thought there were.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Kat is absolutely certain that somebody somewhere has footage of her naked now.
So the first images that are brought up, though, are your campsite. There are all the other people that they were there for the camp. That's probably what that mass grave is that they're throwing gasoline on now to burn up the bodies. It looks like they're cleaning. They're going systematically hut to hut, burning it down, dragging bodies out, throwing them on the pyre.
My goats. Guys, we gotta go.
Yeah, you're missing a person. Remember that. You're not exactly seeing. What was his name again? Bill's character was
Michael.
Michael
Bolton.
Yeah, Michael Bolton. You're not seeing his body anywhere, but you're not seeing him either.
Oh shit!
I'm like leaning over Kat's shoulder, trying to look at the cameras, see if my goats are anywhere.
Oh, Barnaby. Yes, you see your goats. They have. They're slowly being rotisseried by the burning bodies.
Oh no!
Oh no! Cat got attached to a few of them.
As apparently the camp cook was one of them, and he's out there with his seasoning tray, and he's slowly turning them on a spit.
Wow.
Kat, you feel a hand on your shoulder, just tense.
Those bastards.
Can I suggest something? Those who want to create a distraction, come with me. Those who need to book it, go in a different group. The different group has the real stone tablet. The fake stone tablet we're going to have with the distraction group. We're going to run and attract as many of these guys as we can. Can you mess with those cameras? I don't know.
Oh, Cat's just going to well, yeah, she's just.
So
don't do it yet.
They don't have PTZ, no pan, tilt, zoom, so you basically can turn them off or on, but they don't have any other functionality.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain that she can loop them because she's Cat. And I'm pretty certain that also when we start creating a distraction, she's going to be able to just create a absolutely fuck their communications by unleashing a absolute just hell screech into the into a mechanical screech into their radio system, which every time they try to communicate, when fail, we'll know exactly where they are, and two, they're not going to be able to communicate with each other.
Okay. I tell you what, so the device doesn't magically allow you to hack into things. It just magically allows you to connect to things. So go ahead and make me an intelligence and computer roll. If you've got a specialty in hacking, that would count. So Kat is poring over this GPS, putting code into it while the rest of you plan.
What difficulty am I looking at?
It's actually, they didn't anticipate anybody. You weren't supposed to bring anything with you. They weren't actually anticipating a hack. So it's only a 6 for a difficulty.
Watch me have dad luck.
5. Oh,
5 successes.
Oh.
These bastards do not know what
Can
they have
I-
just unleashed.
Can I? Okay, so with that many successes, can I put it on a timer so that we can have gotten out of here by the time it goes off?
You can put it on a timer, and you can also just create a button as well.
Yeah. Oh, we'll just create a button, and also, I would like to set it up so that after we leave, all of the images in any saved database are just replaced with whatever still she was able to get picture of Mikhail's butt, just so that they're being moved. The moment they are being moved by a Russian butt, the moment
You watch Kat walk over with the Garmin as Mikhail's getting dressed and taking a picture.
I hope that wasn't
no. She was going
full
for like
moon.
the full, yeah. And no.
Look,
I don't think it was a
It's a full moon out tonight, boys.
Cat, if you really wanted picture, you could have just asked.
Oh, she probably used a still from one of the previous wolf we got. But if he's willing to stand still long enough, yeah. She's like, hold on, this isn't for me.
Yeah, make sure you get my good side.
I'm
I did. I'm sorry, that was very mean, but it was very much a cat thing to say.
Okay, that was a ton of successes. So you can have this either timed or you can put it on a remote, however you want to do it, and it will go through and it will just overwrite all the video because it's a digital recorder. It will just turn it all into a nice full moon of Mikhail's rear end.
Yep.
So you have that done, and this is going to take you a little bit, although not that long, with 5 successes. So in the meantime, there's some discussion about splitting. You missed this, Oak. That's why I'm repeating it. There's discussion of splitting the party. Part of the party taking the tablet and running. Part of the party making a distraction.
I'm all for the running part.
That's all you, because
Where's the rendezvous?
good question.
Yep. You can see the 2 boats are still out front where the cabins are, but you also see there's a bunch of soldiers running through the, going through the camp, pulling bodies out, roasting your goats.
Are there any natural ones?
There are cameras around all the trails, like the nature walk trails, so you can see that there are still some of those canoes out all around the island. There are no cameras out where the special forces guys are waiting for you to come up, though, and they're not wearing shoulder mounted cameras either. Yeah.
What's the weather like right now outside?
Clear.
Okay.
Is it night?
I would suggest the running team take the canoes, and the distraction team, once they want to get the heck out of there after causing as much havoc as they can, disable one of the motorboats, take the second one, meet up with the canoe people, because you can obviously see them. It's rather easy to see people on a canoe standing up and stuff. And pick them up in the motorboat and then just leave.
And other option, Cat wants to go back to the normal Garmin interface for a little bit, just map. Boop, 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 boop. I had one of these. Then she realizes she knows nothing about wilderness navigation and looks up a little helplessly, or I suppose down. She's 7. She's Glabroed right now. So, Barnaby, you know how? Where's a good spot to stop on a river that's probably covered? Or I don't know, Koa, you do boats.
The maps of the area are loaded onto the Garmin, so yeah, you look at the topographic. So the river that you guys jumped into that had the underground cavern in it, if you follow the flow of water, it does go out to the sea.
Okay.
So what if
it actually bisects the island? The ocean comes in one way, goes out the other.
So what if the running team goes to the outlet or inlet, whatever case it may be, of the river, and then the motorboat picks them up there, and then we just yeet off in that direction to land, like mainland.
Okay. So it's just point to the spot that's our primary meeting place. And
okay, we'll say the outlet because it's going downstream, of course. Yes. So I'll point to the outlet of the river, which is
there are multiple banks. There are multiple banks, and we don't want it's you see, it's going out into the water. You have a corner here and a corner here, which means that you can go to one side of the river or the other side of the river.
Yeah, I was talking about the outlet where it drains into the ocean. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yes, but do you want to be out on the water in the outlet once they know that we are doing shit?
Probably be on the beach. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm not understanding. I'm sorry.
Okay. Good. Cat's being just... John is not being mean. It's Cat.
Koa's just a little...
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
And Cat is currently a 7-foot tall Titan right now. So.
Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Not yet.
Split up, Koa.
All right. So, what do you do? I mean, you've got. Go ahead.
For now, I say a couple of us pop up, jump the team standing out front while the others get away. Go from there. Have a meeting spot set up.
Works for me.
Seems good.
And what do you plan to do when you jump?
The
Just
cook
turn you back.
will eat my goats. I will eat the cook.
I will partake in eating of the cook.
Thank you, Michael.
But that means that you will have eaten the person that ate your goat, so you're going to end up eating your goat.
Oh, I have goats for eating. It's
That
the
canned goat
principle
eater.
of it. I eat goat all the time. It's the principle. Those were the yoga goats. They were well trained.
Yes,
Cat's
you
looking at
you
one
do
of the
not
confess-
eat.
Cat's
Okay.
not going to be able to eat shawarma for a couple of weeks.
I guess I will try to shift into Hispo.
Okay. I can't see things moving. So is that Connor?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Give it a shot.
Difficulty 7. It's what it was: stamina and primal urge.
Mm-hmm.
There's
gonna
also
try to
check
check this
some
out.
buttons
There's a
which
button
are-
for it that actually keeps better track of the stuff.
Yep. So you should be able to open up the little
roll
window
for
on the
shape
right
change.
side. Yeah, and it will let you do the roll.
And
Hey, there you go.
Who's on the assault team tasked with taking out the goat killers and the guys up top?
Dibs.
Yeah, that sounds very good to me.
I'm good at fighting, so I was gonna go on that, but it's gonna leave our guys over there pointing at Tyr and the Hispo now.
A
Connor.
very
Cat
big
would-
dog.
Cat
Yeah.
would pick up the the codex. What was it called again?
Carmen?
Didn't give
Not
it a
the- not
name.
the
It's
card.
Oh,
called
the
the
tablet. Sorry.
Yeah,
tome. Tablet. Yeah.
yeah. Connor would have
And
put
just
it in
would-
the bag.
I would hand it to Tyr.
All right. Sorry, Connor. You're not coming in through very loud, so
Oh,
you keep
it's-
getting talked over.
It's quite all right.
All right. So what were you saying?
I would have put it in a bag, but if she hands it to Tyr, that's good too.
I want to make
Okay.
sure it's wrapped up and in a bag too. I don't want to touch this thing.
All right. So you put it in one of the waterproof bags.
Okay.
Okay. So
yeah, I'm assuming he
who's
needs to
going
have
up?
that to keep it safe anyway.
All right.
I'm
Cat first before she goes anywhere. Cat is just going to look for like a appropriately sized flat rock, just so she has a little distraction initially.
Okay. Sure. You find one.
Okay.
It looks like it might have been like somebody had used it to, put a couple of rocks underneath it to make like a little stool. It's about the
Yeah.
right size. A little thicker, but okay.
All right. So she is.
So who's assault team 1? Cat, Barnaby, Koa,
Mikael and
Mikhail.
Miguel. So Connor and Tyr are the only two that are staying back
Yep.
with the tome. Okay,
Yeah.
and it only Cat on the assault team is transformed so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Is that
attempt
correct?
to go into Kronos form. I'm
I
trying to
rolled.
at least.
Yes, I
All
will
right,
transform when it's time
Barnaby
to
has
go.
changed.
Time to go. Let's see.
I only got one success, so it looks like I failed.
No, you only need one.
Oh, okay.
Roll. Let's see. Where is my roll? Whoops.
That
I
depends on
clicked-
which you're trying to change into. Because Krenos would require 2. That would get you to Glabro with the 1, but it's a success if you make multiple attempts kind of thing.
How wow, English. How does that work then? If I go to Glabro, do I just roll again and another
Yeah,
attempt in a second?
Yeah, I think you could make a second attempt, but I don't remember exactly the time constraints on it. That's one of the things that's going to be going into the John is assembling a codex of the relevant rules.
Yep.
But
So essentially, when you change forms, if you choose to roll, I mean, it's still instant. You can always just pay a rage to transform into whatever shape you want to. But if you don't make it to the end form that you need, it just takes the next action to finish it up. It doesn't take your action to change, but if you're going through multiple stages, it will happen the next stage and the next action. We don't care about that right now because you're not
Oh.
under a time constraint.
Okay, so then we just I can shift into Kronos then without rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Just double checking, sorry.
At this point, sure. Because you
Sorry.
don't have enough rage to actually if you're only rolling 2 dice, you don't have enough rage. Oh, that's Mikhail. Who Koa's the one who got stuck, or
Yeah, I'm in
Mikhail?
Glabro right now.
No, Mikhail.
Oh, actually, yeah, you do roll because it's possible for you to get 4 successes and then go into a frenzy.
Oh, frick. Okay. Okay, Kronos. Rolling again, that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
It
we're good.
takes you a little longer, but you're okay. So everyone's changed. It's going up now, it looks like. All right, so you're going to go through. You're going to dive through, and you're going to come up instead of letting the water kind of take you down river. So this is going to be. Remember, your new form has modifiers. So look at your modifiers in this form. Actually, I think if you
does it
switch
automatically.
where you are on the list, it should actually adjust your stats as well.
You have to go
So
to the
what I'm
other-
going to want. So you're going to give me, in this case, a strength and athletics roll. Basically, you got to fight the current to come up where you are, and you've got to hold your breath that time. So
What's
there we go.
difficulty?
Difficulty is just a 6. Difficulty 6.
Okay.
So
Oof.
Barnaby, Mikhail, no problem.
And Kat got
You
didn't
did not
roll?
botch because you got successes, just not enough to give you a success. So yeah, you did not botch. But so what's going to happen is you do not come up right away with the rest of them.
Okay.
Koa, no problem. So everyone except for Kat surfaces in your various forms, and there is a strike team right on the banks. There's 8 of them. They were joined by more while you were away. They all have their guns trained at you. How do you react? They don't start shooting right away, but they're all crouched and ready to unload. Those of you that are coming up first, well, what do you do? Keep in mind, Kat's the one that has the stone.
Yep, so I'm just gonna stand there and look back at the water, trying to buy some time.
Okay, so you come up to the bank. Barnaby.
I'm just gonna stand up, very, very tall, and just stare them down while the others surface.
Okay. Mikhail.
Is it possible to take a hit while shapeshift in Werewolf?
You want to take it out of you? You've got this one that you're
Relentless.
carrying gently between your claws, this waterproof bag.
I've still got the jacket on.
Absolutely relentless.
The werewolf
In tiny claws. Hello again, fuck faces.
All right. The man with the whistle's still there, and he's got it out. He hasn't blown it yet. He's like, I don't see anybody with my tablet. Kat, make that roll again. So you got pulled down river just a little bit.
Yep. Roll again. There we go. 2 successes.
So you come up just a little bit further away. And as you come up, The front row of people, they're well trained, so it's only half of them. 4 of them turn their guns to face Cat. The other 4 still have them leveled on the rest of you.
Okay. Cat has a whole thing
So,
she's
Cat,
gonna
you're
do.
coming out of the water. You've got this bit of stone in your hand as you're coming up. And the guy with the whistle is holding it between his fingers, just kind of rolling it near his mouth. He hasn't blown it yet.
As
She is
she comes,
going to walk.
Oh, hold on. Hold on just a second. So who was saying that?
I was gonna walk. As she comes up, I'm just gonna casually walk off to the side, trying to get spacing between me and the other people. So maybe
Okay.
they have to point their guns in a different direction.
No, that's perfect. Yeah. So you split. So 2 of them, and the other 2, they track you, but you do kind of split their field of fire. And so the guy with the whistle looks at Cat as she comes up out of the water.
She's got the
Well, it
tablet.
might be
She's
useful
holding.
to us anyways.
She's
We'll
going
have
to
to introduce
walk.
you to the doctor. Come on, bring it to me, pup.
She's going to walk up with the thing. And what she's going to do, as soon as she's got the rock close enough to him that she's within arm's reach. Oh, do I?
All right, so he's not stupid. He's a trained military guy. So when you're
Yeah.
about 6 feet away, he tells you, stop. And he's holding the whistle like very close to his lips. Stop. Lay it down.
I'm still trying to circle around them, by the way, trying to get behind them.
That's 6
I
feet
assume
away.
You're doing this slowly, so it's not too obvious, right, Koa? Okay, yeah. So what are you doing, Kat?
She does slowly lay it down.
Okay. This guy has read all of your dossiers, okay, so keep that in mind. As you lower it down, he's like, yeah, kneel. He sticks his boot forward. Kiss the boot. Pop.
Oh,
Close enough.
You need to
You
make
see,
a
here's the
rage
thing.
roll.
You said about 6 feet away, right?
Yeah.
He's in
One.
deep
7
kissing
foot tall
range.
person. You're within striking range.
She's no longer small.
The question is, are you
Does
going
she-
to be able to do this with control or not?
Or is she just going to kill him? Well, she's
So,
going to kill him one
make-
way or the other, I suspect. What's the difficulty on that
Make me-
rage roll?
So the rage roll, actually, no. Do you want to lose control? Let's start with that first.
Oh, no. She wants to very controlledly do it because she needs to take
Okay.
his head off and shove it up his ass, which means it needs to be intact.
Make me a willpower check. The difficulty is your rage.
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay. So what do? You keep it under
She's-
control. There's maybe a growl that you
Oh.
suppressed.
Yeah,
Just a
no,
little.
she's just going straight into a roundhouse kick to his neck.
Awesome.
Specifically,
So we're going to cut this scene with you guys. Okay. So there'll be a little delay here. So work with me on this.
okay.
Connor and Tier, sound of automatic gunfire. What do you do?
That's our cue to run, isn't it?
Yep. Am I able to speak in this form?
What form are you in?
Hispo.
Yes.
Different.
Okay. What do the 2 of you do?
Run, isn't that what the plan was?
So you're going to dive into the water and let yourself be swept downstream? Is that it? Because you
Yes.
didn't want to surface. You wanted to be taken down, right? Taken down the
Yes.
river?
Yep.
Okay. So here's how this is going to work. The more successes you get on this roll, the longer you can hold the breath, the further you can go away from the situation. In this case, it has nothing to do with your strength because you're just allowing the current to suck you down and you're just trying to hold your breath. So in this case, it's going to be totally stamina In athletics, enough athletics to basically not surface. Okay. The more successes you get, the further away you're going to get before you have to come up for air.
What's the difficulty?
And depending on what form you're in, your stamina may be greater.
I'm going
And
unit.
again-
I'm just trying to resist any of this happening at
Yep.
any time. I'm not comfortable with it. So stamina, athletics. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty, it's actually not that bad. Just 6.
Right.
All those dice, and I get 0.
At least it's not a botch.
Right.
You did get a success in there. Do you
Now,
want
is
to
there
spend the
something you can-
willpower to get one success? Otherwise, you're going to end up surfacing right in the middle of it with the tablet. But that's fine if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
You can buy a success with the willpower to get at least a little bit away.
Now, does that remove a dot, or do I use the square underneath it to check one off?
Yeah, so the dots are your permanent, and just check off one of the squares to show that you've used
Okay.
one. So you're going to
I'm
blow one.
sticking with.
Connor, you actually
Yeah.
did fine. You got 2 successes, so you'll actually get a little further down, but you said you want to stick with. So when you see tier
Yeah.
surface to get air, you're coming up with them. All right.
Yes.
So both of you have gotten out of the immediate field of battle when you surface. And as we got 2 minutes left in the session, we're going to end it here because next time we're going to start with the firefight.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm not feeling that.
Oh yeah. Also, I love how of the eight guys, 4 of them focused on Cat.
Yep.
They know exactly.
They read your
what-
profiles. They know that you're the one that's most likely to go unhinged.
Yeah. They also probably remember that she did in 3 of their friends in a matter of about 6 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. So if all goes well, we will next session will be the end of the opening chronicle. You guys can decide where you're taking the tablet, whether that stays in Alaska or not, or if Tyr betrays you or not. Who knows? Who knows what can happen?
Here, do we need to talk?
You're not there.
I know. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, but should be fine. So yeah, we'll start off with initiative. Right, the first thing next session with Cat trying to connect with the roundhouse before he can blow it that whistle. So yeah. Oak, what you got going on? Go ahead and throw your plugs out there.
Yeah, thank you. We next probably 30 to 45 minutes we'll be kicking off some 5e. It'll be me, Barnaby, and Connor playing in a game run by DM Kelsto. And then Friday night, Kelso runs another game, Midnight Central. And Saturday night, I run Grimdark Midnight Central.
Nice. Anyone else have something they'd like to plug?
I do.
What he said.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's what he said.
Connor, did you have something?
No, what Oak said.
Just more of what everyone said. Okay. Well, I just dropped my social link there as well. Go to BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com. Over 15 years worth of podcasting goodness there now, as well as all of our social links. So there we go. Next game, what we're probably doing is some classic BX Dungeons and Dragons on Friday. Other than that, I guess we're done. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.